Okay, I think I'm there. So is anyone there? Hello, 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 hello. Sorry that's a bit late. There was a new version which didn't seem to be wanting to go live. So then I just did a little bit on my own page without realising. But this feels a little bit different to normal. So I'm not sure if this is I'm not sure if this is regular or not. So I will just give it a little minute. I'm just going to drink my little Barocca. So hopefully people are finding me. Okie dokie. Who's there? Say hello, people, please, if you found me. So I thought I was being quite clever. I have given the dog, she has, because I didn't know that dogs weren't allowed sticks, really, and she loves sticks, so I was giving her sticks, and I realised that you're not supposed to. So we got this root, a tree root, so she likes it because it's the tree, but it doesn't splinter in the same way. And I've covered it in peanut butter, which I'm hoping is keeping her entertained, which it does seem to be. But you might now just hear lots of dog eating noises, which maybe isn't the most lovely thing to be listening to. Ah! Hello, Hannah from Swansea. Okay. Say hello, people. Let me know you're there. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Mum. You are here. I thought you weren't going to join today. Is it because I made you feel guilty for not joining? Okay, so today I felt a bit. I felt like I've been really busy, which is odd because I thought it's calming down. And I feel busier, and maybe I feel a bit like I'm chasing my tail. I haven't quite settled into things yet. So today, I was just hoping that this little session will try and relax me, make me a bit more mindful. So first of all, we're going to give a little shout out to Janet, who's Amy's nan, who's been following the yoga, which is amazing. And she's been out on her bike when she's allowed out. She's been doing exercises that she can remember from her fitness classes. So Janet is winning at life and made me feel very positive about what I should be doing. So thanks, Janet, and hello. So I was reading last night in my Eckhart Tolle book. I feel like I should be getting sales on that book. I'm really advertising it a lot. But it was saying with everything we do, we should have enjoyment, or we should have enthusiasm, or we should have acceptance. So hopefully you do things because you enjoy them and there's a passion there. Or maybe you're not necessarily enjoying them, but you're enthusiastic about it. So some days you might do the yoga, maybe you're not enjoying it so much, but you're enthusiastic, you appreciate kind of the concept, you want to get involved. And failing that, you just accept the situation. And I think at the moment, all of us are needing to just accept a lot of things that maybe aren't meeting our expectations or aren't going the way we thought they should. But we shouldn't have those expectations in the first place. We need to just release all that resistance to what's happening and accept. So, or have enjoyment and enthusiasm. So that actually mirrors a session I did last night with my class, which is the niyamas, which again I'll talk more about, but these are our kind of codes of how we can live, and the niyamas are how we kind of deal with ourselves. So we mentioned before with the cleansing sequence, the kind of purification, and today the kind of final niyama is Ishvara Pranidhana, which is kind of devotion and surrender. Just kind of trusting the universe has got a plan and we're gonna go with that. It doesn't make us weak, we can still work towards what we want to do, but we know that we need to focus on ourselves, bringing that rather than fighting and struggling with everyone else. So I just thought it's a nice session about let's just surrender, let's just let it go, the madness that's happening, that's just fine. So today is kind of just a nice flowy session, trying to focus on our breath, moving with our breath. So to begin with, let's just try and Take a little breath. So if seating is not your bag, just lie down. If you need to just really relax into the mat, then just lie down. Otherwise seated, and if you can, just propping your hips up on a cushion or on a yoga block, whatever you have. Then you're closing your eyes. Allowing your breath to deepen, not focusing or worrying too much about anything, just kind of relaxing into where you are. So we don't want to crunch down and round through our lower spine. So we just want to keep the length of the spine, but equally not hunching the shoulders, no tension anywhere. So relaxing the face, relaxing the shoulders. And just taking a few deep breaths in and deep breath out. With every breath, I want you to really imagine breathing all the way into your stomach. So allow that to balloon out, and as you exhale, really trying to squeeze the air out. So we're going to try and use our Ujjayi breath today, so our ocean breath. So I'll use this example that we did before because it's quite a nice one to get you started. So hand in front of your mouth, and it's like you're trying, as if you're fogging up glass, you're trying to fog up your mouth. So we're going to start inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, and then we're going to go to just in and out through the nose. So to begin with, inhaling in and so that kind of, so you should feel a bit clammy in your hand. So just do that a couple of times. And we're doing that by kind of getting a lock in our throat, restricting our throat. So when you've done that, you can release the hand, close the mouth, but trying to create that same sound, but internally, in and out through your nose. So that's your ocean breath. So imagine that when you're trying to make that sound, it is like an ocean. You're listening in that little shell, trying to make that calming sound. So when I cue breath going through it, try to come back to that breath, because just by nature we do it slower because we're breathing through a smaller space. So it just lengthens that breath for us. Okay, so some seated breathing now. So when you're ready, I want you to inhale, lifting the arms up. Exhale, lowering your arms down to shoulder height. Inhale, sweeping the arms forwards. And exhale, drawing the arms in towards your stomach. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms forwards. Exhale, arms in. 2 more times. Moving with your breath. So if your breath isn't the same as mine, just trying to do the movement with your breath. Inhaling forwards. Exhaling in. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale forwards. Exhale in. Good. Hands on the floor. If you've got a block or something in the way, just moving it out of the way, coming onto all fours. Take this off, and we're going to just do a little bit of cat-cow. So this top was a gift from Christy. I don't know if you're watching, but I saw a lady in the park walking her dog today that reminded me just of you, and it made me really happy. So I thought I would channel some of your energy today. So, again, cat-cows, really lovely ones. We're loosening up the hips, the spine, the shoulders, but it's really all about moving with your breath. So as you inhale, you're moving into cow pose. And exhale, reaching up into cat. So just trying to make the movement last as long as your breath. So you're really slowing everything down. Exhale. So when we're in cat, we're really actively reaching up between our shoulder blades. But when we transition forwards into cow, we don't want to sink and bring the shoulder blades together. We're still staying lifted through the shoulders. So staying as you are, or kind of as always if you wish, extending that into your tiger pose. So you're trying to bring your foot towards your head. So you see, when I do this, I'm like, I must literally just be there. So sometimes it's best not to check your reflection, just believe that you're there. And exhale, bringing your forehead to your knee. So we're allowing as much movement as we can. Trying to keep your centre line. So some mats have a line down the middle. If they don't, just imagine you've got a centre line. Try and line up your body equally on that. So when you lift up, you try and stay centre rather than swaying out to the side. Maybe do about 5 on your right leg, or whichever one you started with, and then switch in to the other leg. When you've done, you can either continue until I move on. This kind of applies to anything we're doing, or always feel free to just rest. So what I prefer you to do, so if you're resting, if we're on the mat, coming into child pose, and if we're doing we're up on the mat, coming into mountain pose. So if you want to grab a drink, that's fine, but just try and be aware that you're still. So rather than adjusting, a bit fidgety, just kind of pause, like we said yesterday, really appreciating the gaps in between. Okay, when you're done tucking the toes under, we're going to reach up into our down dog. So it's always trying to find length in your spine. So in case you missed it, so sometimes, imagine I'm in my down dog, we're really trying to make everything longer, but what I want you to do is sink those shoulder blades down. So maybe even move between the two. Imagine bringing your shoulders up by your ear, and then lowering them down. And what we want in most positions is this lower position. So your shoulder blades, rather than being up, we're trying to bring them down and kind of towards the outside. Quite a strong position there. So in your down dog. Taking your gaze forwards and then just slowly walking your feet to your hands. Resting into your forward fold. Just swaying the head side to side, yes and no. And then I'd like you to gently bend your right leg. So if your forward fold is here, this is totally fine. It's wherever your forward fold is, wherever you feel that stretch. And so then we're going to bend the right knee, placing the right hand down, so it might be on your leg, it might be on the floor, and then we're lifting up with the left arm. So this is a nice spine rotation, but we're also feeling a stretch on the back of that left leg. Okay. And release. And then go to the other side. And come. Releasing forwards once more, and then slowly lifting yourself up. When you get to the top, big inhale, reaching the arms up. And release the arms down. Are you a little bit closer to me today? There we go. She's made an appearance. She's going to bring that lovely peanut butter brick onto my mat. Okay, so we're going to go through one salutation. So grounding yourself down. Just an awareness of your body. Why can you see me today? Sorry. Well, my arms are just up. If you can't see my arms, they're just up. So, grounding yourself down, bringing awareness to your body, standing strong. And as we inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back into your hand. Take an extra breath here, and lowering yourself. Untuck the toes. Inhale up into your back bend. So if you'd rather stay low and be in cobra, then do. I generally, when I'm doing vinyasa, I tend to be in up dog, so normally that's what I'll be doing, but it's your choice, whatever you prefer. On an exhale, either lowering back down and pushing into down dog, or coming straight from here, but really engage your core muscles to protect your spine as you lift up into dog. Inhale forwards. Bring your feet forwards, coming into your forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale up. Inhale all the way up. And release. Okay, we're going to do 2 more times and we're just going to play around with the pace of our breath. So the next one is going to be much slower. So inhale. Exhale forwards. Inhale halfway. Exhale lower. Step back into plank. Hold the plank for a big inhale. And then lower yourself down. Inhale. Exhale back. Inhale, step forwards. Exhale, release into the forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, release. Okay, and now we're going to go fast. So this might feel a bit frantic. Try and keep pace if you can. If you miss bits out, it's all fine. We'll just meet back at the end. Okay. So, actually, we're not going to meet back at the end. We're going to meet in down dog. Well, anyway. Inhale, reach up. Exhale forwards. Inhale halfway. Exhale, hands down, into plank. Take a breath. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. So from down dog, we're going to come forwards into a high lunge. You can just step the right leg forwards or reach up and then step. Coming up into your high lunge. So again, make your feet wider apart for a more stable base. Breathe closer together. Grounding down through the front heel. And just imagine you're bringing your thighs together. So you're not really moving, but you're just creating a little bit of tension there. Inhale, arms up. So we're now going to do some kind of flying lunges, which aren't nearly as exciting as they sound. So as you inhale, you're going to extend your legs and lower your arms. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale. And exhale. So in these ones, so again, all about moving with our breath. So almost as if you're coming up onto the ball of this foot. So you're really lifting yourself up. Your arms down and then exhale. So this is confusing because your arms come down, your legs come up, and it's vice versa. Where you kind of just want to lift both or lower both. So from this one, I want you to slowly stop fully extending. So slowly, slowly, that movement becomes smaller and smaller until you can almost can't see the movement. And then we're going to hold there for 5. So you can bring your hands in prayer, you can have your arms up or out to the side, whatever you wish. For another 4, for 3, for 2, 1, extend up, and then we're going to turn to face the side. So you might need to adjust, so you can still see me turning to the side. So we're going to have feet out, and we're going to repeat our arm breathing movements from earlier. So when you're ready, inhale, arms up. Exhale down. So in this one, we're trying to keep our shoulders above our hips, core engaged. Inhale, sweep the arms forwards. Exhale, into the stomach. Inhale, arms up. Exhale down. Inhale forwards. And exhale in. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale forwards. Exhale. Good. On your inhale, transitioning back into your high lunge. Exhale, hands down. Step back into down dog. She just threw a wee. Oh my God. Oh, man alive, that's not good karma. Okay. Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to just quickly mop that. I knew she was being way too calm. Okay, so just resting in your down dog or in child pose or, breathing, coming back to your ocean breath. Thomas, can you just do it? Okay, so, down dog. Sorry, so from the down dog we're going to do the other side. So your left leg is now going to reach up. Stepping forwards into a high lunge. Coming up. So again, grounding yourself down. I'm going to face the other way, so when I turn, I'll be facing you. Okay, and then let's go through our flying lunges. So, exhale. So inhale, lifting up, arms come down. Exhale, sinking lower. Inhale up. Thank you. Inhale up. Exhale down. And then slowly allowing that movement to become smaller, so not fully extending. So you can still do the arms at this stage, or bring them in. So lift in. Smaller, smaller, smaller. And then finding that spot that you can really feel it. And then we're going to hold for 5. For 4. For 3, your legs should be shaking. For 2. And 1. Inhaling. Turning back to face me. Let's repeat our breathing. Okay. Inhale. Arms up. Exhale down. Inhale forwards. Exhale in. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale forwards. Exhale in. Up. Exhale down. Inhale forwards. Exhale. Good. Transitioning back to your high lunge. Lowering your hands down. Stepping back into your down dog. And then just rolling forwards into your plank. Lowering yourself to your mat. Inhaling up. Good. Then watching your core. We're going to push back into child pose. Lengthening your spine. Resting down. So really keeping that breath. Keep your breath nice and low. Keeping your breath nice and long, nice and steady. So stand in your child pose for now. So when you're in this, really expanding your belly into your thighs. Oh yeah, she's cute now, isn't she? And then gently coming back up to seated, crossing at the ankles, extending the legs, and then gently lowering yourself down. So we're going to come to relaxation. So as always, you can do this in a lion position or you can do it seated. So lion feels more relaxing, so you can just lie on the floor. Seated is quite good because it keeps us quite mindful, because you can't just fall asleep, you can't just wake, you have to just be aware of your posture. But it's kind of whatever is working for you. So, whether you're lying down or seated, just allowing that breath to slow. Bring your attention inwards. Trying to not be distracted by what's going on around you. Any noises, any movement. Keeping the breath deep. I'd now like you to count your breaths, starting with 15 down to 1. So as you inhale, repeat in your mind 15. And as you exhale, 15. As you inhale, 14. And just continue, allowing the breath to be slow. If you lose count or your mind wanders, just come back, start again at 15. We always have the option to start again. had a lovely prompt with your exhale. Imagine you have a candle in front of you and you're trying to not blow the candle out. Again, trying to bring your attention, if your mind wanders, come back to your breath, but also maybe having your focus points, your internal focus, your third eye, the tip of your nose, maybe your fingertips. Allow that breath to gently come and gently go. So just breathe. When you feel like life is out of focus, always return to the basic of life. Breathe in. No breath, no life. And that's a quote from Mr. Miyagi. So I feel like that's a reliable source. Wherever you are, pause in your counting. With an inhale, stretching the arms wide, lifting up, reaching up. Palms together, exhale. Hands in front of your heart, bowing your head. Thanking yourself for yoga today. Namaste. Okay, well, so in conclusion, she was calmer than usual, but we did have a wee and a nicely timed fart. So, swings and roundabouts, I guess. How is everyone today? How are you doing? I guess it's just like such a delirious time, like the concept of time now. Like, when is it? How many days has it been? How many? Like, it's just time is stretching and shrinking. It's like we're in a different kind of dimension. But anyway, I hope you are all really well. Thank you so much for coming to yoga. I really, really needed this today, and it's so nice to share it with people. So thank you for coming. If you can, especially those that have watched yesterday's day 6, your intentions, please add them to the post on the Bound website. Your intentions for your lockdown. So what you hope to achieve, what you hope to do, just general anything. Make a little promise to yourself and then put it in the group so then we know, so we can support each other. Okay. Have lovely days. Enjoy the sunshine if you can.